We will be debating which is the better invading species, the Asian citrus psyllid, Asian longhorn beetle.
All right. Hello, I am Xavier Maldonado, and I will be debating in favor of the Diaphorina citri, also known as the Asian citrus psyllid.
And hi, I am Sergio Reyna, and I'll be debating on the side of the Anoplophora, glabripennis, or the Asian longhorn beetle, also known as the starry.
All right, we will now have our opening statements. So, the Asian citrus psyllid is commonly found in regions of southern Asia. It is not to be confused with similar species, which is the psyllid from Africa. Asian citrus psyllid are modded brown wing insects of about 25 to 35 millimeters long. The adults are active jumping, flying insects and can readily fly short distances when disturbed. They have an average life cycle of about 47 days, where adult psyllid live on for a couple of months. These insects are found mainly on citrus plants. The psyllid is a sucking insect that inserts its mouth part into the plant tissue to feed. Nymphs feed on young leaves and stems, continuously making large amounts of honeydew in a thread-like waxy substance. So black sooty mold develops on the honeydew. This sooty mold, of course, causes damage to the plant and causes malformation on the leaves and shoots. Adults feed on the young stems and on the leaves during all growing stages. These insects are also known to be the only species to carry the bacteria responsible for the citrus greening disease. This is what causes fruit trees to produce small, uneven fruit, which is particularly green and which are unsellable because of the poor size and quality. This disease, and in turn this insect, is responsible for destroying numerous citrus industries in Asia, Africa, and even some parts of southern North America. In 2001, the Asian psyllid was introduced to the Rio Grande Valley of Texas through potted nursery stock plants from Florida.
Now my opening statement. The Asian longhorn beetle is called the starry sky beetle due to its jet black exoskeleton with white or yellow spots that run through their backs. The beetles also have antennae that are as long or longer than their bodies, and their legs have a bluish tint. The species is native to China, the Korean Peninsula, and Japan. Beetle was accidentally introduced into the United States when some larvae took a ride across the Pacific Ocean in solid wood packaging material. Asian longhorn beetles have also invaded Canada, the UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Austria. Throughout their adulthood, female beetles lay 45 to 62 eggs, each 5 to 7 millimeters long. They make a hole by chewing into the tree bark, and that's where they lay them. Depending on the temperature, the egg will hatch in 13 to 54 days. The larva goes through a pupa stage before transforming into a 1.5-inch beetle. Starry sky behaviors have them attack species of hardwood trees, including maple, birch, and elm. The beetle spreads by infesting live trees, fallen timber, and firewood. This makes it difficult to address since the larvae are deep within the tree, and the adult beetles can fly short distances, playing a role in their spread. Since Asian longhorn beetles attack hardwood trees, they negatively impact any industry that rely on them. Some of the such as the maple syrup industry, tourism in Northeast and New England areas. In 2017, the maple syrup industry was valued at $5 million, and the tourism in the area during fall is worth $20.9 billion as of 2019. Since infested trees need to quickly be removed before they become a breeding grounds to the beetles, this can combat and expense to the communities and industries.
Okay. The Asian longhorn are responsible for damaging tourist attractions and reducing how much syrup you can put on your pancakes. Okay? These are not problems to write home about compared to the devastation of our food supply. In 2017, while the maple syrup industry was valued at $500 million, China's exports for just citrus fruit alone was valued at $1.24 billion. In Florida, In Florida, the citrus industry is worth over $800 million. They lost over $1.7 billion in revenue due to the disease, the greening citrus disease. Asian citrus Psyllid have been a pest to deal with for more than a century in native China, but now Florida's commercial trees are 100% infected with this disease. This marks the beginning of the extinction of Florida citrus trees and a possible collapse of a multi-billion-dollar business. This isn't the first time we have tried to deal with it either. Since in 2016 and 2017, farmers began to spray antibiotic oxytetracycline to stop the greening disease. These efforts were futile, thus putting the impact this pest species has on humanity, thus proving the impact that this species has on humanity.
It may be true that the North American maple syrup industry is valued at half or maybe even a third of the citrus fruit industry, but the citrus industry doesn't even come close to the market of fall tourism in the United States and Europe. The seasonal revenue is as much as $21 billion in the United States alone. This makes the Asian longhorn beetle much more dangerous to the economy than the Asian citrus Psyllid. What makes the Asian longhorn beetle such an effective invasive species is that once it infects, there's no way of curing it. The beetle is inches deep into the bark, protecting it from predators and pesticides. The removal of the tree is the only method that can successfully get rid of the beetle. If the tree is not removed, the beetle will spread to other trees within 2 weeks, and the Asian longhorn beetles are more dangerous Dutch elm disease, which nearly wiped out all elm trees in the northeastern United States.
Interesting. All right. Let's take a look at the main part of this destructive being, which is the Huang-Boling disease, HLB, caused by the phylum limited bacteria. In 2008, the Asian citrus Psyllid was first detected in California. The Psyllid spread throughout Southern California, particularly in urban and suburban environments, but also in commercial groves. The disease impacts the entire tree from the fruit to the leaves to even the seeds. The fruit becomes small and even ripens backwards, causing a bitter tasting juice that makes it unbearable to sell. Whole trees even show a decrease in foliage when growing and soon go into a complete decline where it completely dies. Once infected, there is no cure to stop the bacteria from spreading. Usually, when a new area in California for the Asian citrus Psyllid is identified, the California Department of Food and Agriculture will come quarantine the whole area or begin removing the trees completely.
The Asian citrus Psyllid affects a niche market when it's compared to the Asian longhorn beetle, which affects the main source humans have been using since becoming bipedal. There is a possibility that if left untreated, the insect could destroy almost all American and European hardwood, because they have no defenses against this beetle, like Asian trees do. Hardwood trees are used to build family homes, and if they are not protected, the construction industry could be devastated. Not only that, hardwood ecosystems are the homes of thousands of species. If Asian longhorn beetles are not controlled, they could cause the extinction of many organisms, including the American red squirrel, the white-throated sparrow, um, wax wings, and the black-capped chickadee beetles are such a superior species that could cause the extinction of other.
All right. We'll now have our closing statements. This debate was a showcase on which species proves to be the more efficient pest insect. We compared the traits and biology of both the Asian citrus Psyllid and the Asian longhorn beetle and how they impact human society. They both cause deforestation and both have no real cure besides removing the infected plant completely. But I will reiterate on my bad, is that the Psyllid targets mainly crops, our food, what we need to survive. Imagine with me the magnificent health change that can come from the sudden extinction of citrus fruits in the United States. No more vitamin C from the juice. From juice to help your colds, scurvy might even make a comeback, and then you might just kiss Sunday brunch and mimosas goodbye. The insect is about to cause a whole crop, a whole billion-dollar market to disappear from the face of the earth, and it does nothing more than just jump from plant to plant, eating and going about his day. So I say yes, Asian citrus Psyllid is the better invading species in this scenario.
As my opponent has stated, the two insects can be very detrimental to the vegetation it targets, and they also and the human society where it really matters, food and resources. Nevertheless, the Asian longhorn beetle infects one of the most crucial resources humans use to develop. Humans have used throughout our civilizations. And this would also destroy our very delicious syrup industry. I need that. Tourism will fall across the New England and northeastern areas, and the resources the main resources that we use for housing and tools will become more expensive because it will be much harder to get. We have to say goodbye to some of the most beautiful organisms that this world has to offer. Like I stated before, the Asian longhorn beetle is the superior invading species at a global scale.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.